First show.
First show.
Pressure.
Pressure. Am I falling apart?
It's the DDDDDDior Mega Reboot by Jonathan Anderson.
Bienvenue chez Dior.
We're in Paris at the Invalides for the first big show of the 2025 Fashion Reshuffle. The new luxury battle starts today.
C'est jouissif.
Many major fashion brands are changing designers, and Dior opens the ball with Jonathan Anderson, the new and sole designer of the French house. It's not a brand, it's La France.
There was a lot going on. It was fast.
The stakes are high. La pression sur les épaules de Jonathan Anderson.
I'm going up and down and doing 4 jobs today.
Rihanna is here with A$AP Rocky. The Queen is here.
It was great, it was perfect. I like it.
The K-pop band Tomorrow and Together. Daniel Craig.
This is my first show ever. This is my first DIOR
No.
show. This is my first show ever.
Drew Starkey.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
We're backstage, in the ateliers.
On a fait plein de choses, c'est comme si on était en couture.
And Jonathan Anderson takes the time to explain everything, his vision for this first Dior chapter.
It's like the new type of 18th century ready-made.
C'est comme un jeu d'enfant, c'est ça qui est beau.
There's a new Dior etiquette.
Everything has a meaning.
We zoom on the new buttons.
Ah, les boutons, c'est nouveau.
This is Dior for summer 2026 by Jonathan Anderson, the first men's collection.
He's the best in the biz.
Very exciting.
Abonne-toi à la chaîne de Loïc, c'est trop bien!
Josh O'Connor, the White Lotus Sam Nivola. Rihanna wears the custom Dior outfit. Oui, she's the first to wear Jonathan Anderson's women's creation for Dior.
My boo! How are you?
Fine, really well. How are you?
Check you out.
Oh, you know, you don't have to dress up.
I love this hat.
Thank you.
As usual.
Rihanna, you look amazing.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. I'll follow you, okay?
Merci. Thank you very much.
So you're in Paris for a few days or
Yeah, we're here for like 2 more days.
Mia Goth, Sabrina Carpenter, You, Lee, Apo, and Mile, Lucky Stanfield, Joe Alwyn, coucou Manurios.
I love how it cropped. The right crop. Oh.
It's hot in Paris.
Ouais.
The set outside, the set inside.
On est dans une reproduction assez fidèle de la Gemäldegalerie Galerie, qui est un musée à Berlin qui présente des chefs-d'œuvre de la grande peinture et où il y a ce ciel comme ça, tout puissant qui éclaire.
Fashion designers are here to pay respect to the new Dior creative director. It's giving Conseil des ministres. Simon Porte-Jacquemus.
C'est important d'être là à un premier défilé. On est tous curieux, excités de voir la nouvelle vision de Dior.
Shemina Kamali from Chloé.
I want to support Jonathan, of course, and to be here at his first show and to experience this special moment.
Glenn Martins from Martin Margiela, next to Pierpaolo Piccioli from Balenciaga.
I think the respect between designer is very important because we're not marionettes. We're just people, and giving respect to people is what matters.
Donatella Versace, who once hired Jonathan Anderson to design her Versus line.
I felt that he was a genius, a very shy genius. So I knew little by little would open himself up to what he feels. I think he's one of the most interesting designers today.
Tennis megastar Roger Federer salutes Donatella Versace.
How's life? Good, yes?
How about yours?
Good. Retired, you know? Are you also retired?
No, Alex Versace, but I'm not retired.
It's nice to see him rise. I did one collaboration with him for Uniqlo, and he's a lovely man.
He's a lovely man.
Yeah.
Jack McAuliffe and Lázaro Hernandez, who took over Loic after Jonathan Anderson. Delphine Arnaud, the Dior CEO.
Pourquoi Jonathan?
C'est super excitant là, de voir une nouvelle énergie créative. C'est un nouveau chapitre pour Dior et c'est très excitant.
C'est quoi le mot du look?
Oh mon dieu, on n'a pas envie de transpirer de pluie alors qu'il fait très très chaud dehors, non?
Ouais. Vous êtes en Dior déjà? C'est du Dior?
Bien sûr que c'est un
Non.
Dior. Si, c'est la collecte.
C'est la nouvelle étiquette?
C'est la nouvelle collecte.
Attends. Ah ouais, c'est la nouvelle étiquette.
Et je te jure, et j'étais comme un ouf parce que pendant le fitting, Jonathan Anderson, il donnait il donnait ses retours.
French icon, actor and director Louis Garrel. In the venue, the guest can hear his voice, reading the Dior autobiography Dior by Dior, Dior et moi.
L'heure de l'amitié. Chacun ne songe plus qu'à accéder au grand salon.
Quand il raconte comment il fabrique, comment est-ce qu'il a conçu toute la maison Christian Dior, ça c'est très fascinant parce que c'est assez génial. Comment est-ce qu'en fait c'est le début de la mode un peu grand public puisqu'il est allé même aux États-Unis. Donc en fait toute l'odyssée de la maison Christian Dior, c'est assez génial à lire.
This is the Chardin from the Louvre, recently bought by the museum.
You once gave me a book on Chardin. We are borrowing 2 amazing Chardins for the space. One is at the Louvre, which has just been restored.
Le truc avec Chardin, c'est que, en fait, je sais pas si c'est toi qui regardes le Chardin ou c'est le Chardin qui te regarde au bout d'un moment. Il se passe un truc très étrange où le tableau se met à t'envoyer des ondes bizarres. Ça peut vous mettre dans un état de méditation assez sympathique.
This is the Chardin from the National Gallery of Scotland.
Il est parfait parce que c'est l'obsession des fleurs de Monsieur Christian Dior et l'obsession de la céramique de Jonathan Anderson qui se retrouvent un peu là.
Jean-Siméon Chardin was obsessed with objects, transforming them into pretext for contemplation.
It'll be the first time those paintings have ever been seen together.
You're bringing them to the venue?
Yeah.
Génial.
Bernard Arnault, head of LVMH, famously obsessed by all things Dior.
Ce sont des chefs-d'œuvre extraordinaires. J'ai aidé à leur achat par le musée français.
Il a été acquis l'année dernière, effectivement, et il sort de restauration. Donc il est dans un état dans lequel personne ne l'a vu depuis très longtemps.
Pourquoi Jonathan Anderson est le bon pour Dior?
Parce qu'il y a une affinité naturelle entre sa vision et la maison Dior. D'ailleurs, je le vois depuis qu'il est là. Il s'inspire énormément de tout le travail dans les archives. C'est assez extraordinaire.
How do you feel?
A bit like I'm very nervous. No, because you're putting out a new thing into the world, and it's Dior, so people have lots of imagination of what Dior is.
Il a la pression là, non?
Ah oui, mais il est jeune, il peut l'apprendre.
My idea is to kind of decode it to recode it. So this is the beginning.
Cruz Kalbetzer opens the show.
We have the bar jacket with a fie color, which is ultimately one of Christian Dior's favorite materials.
A tire bar, a bar jacket of course, recognizable for its basque, a kind of shoulder pad put on the hip.
Ça, c'est la première?
C'est le premier look. Il y a un renfort à l'intérieur à base de crin pour garder un peu le côté bombé de la veste bar.
One of my favorite materials is Donegal tweed, because it's Irish. We had this made in Ireland with the multicolor.
Il est beau comme tweed, il y a du rouge, de la moutarde, du bleu.
Why I wanted to open with the bar, because it's like one of the most famous jackets in history, and it has evolved. And what I think is interesting in the bar jacket, or in the idea of Christian Dior after the war, is this idea that he looks to the past to find the future.
Denim is organic cotton.
I like this idea of like French cinema, this idea of someone walking in Saint-Germain-des-Prés. You know, like what is that? What could that be?
The Dior pink. Xavier Carros with the best eyebrows of the season. 3000 hours of embroidery on this coat, and le luxe c'est de le porter avec des baskets au lacets dénoués.
The guy who had the coat with 3,000 hours of embroidery, his shoes were not tight.
I saw that. I felt very bad. It's not his fault.
I think it's a detail.
You
it's
think
a cool
so?
detail, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a mistake, and now that I know that it's not, that's fabulous. I love when things are coming undone.
C'est un manteau en pied de poule. Et ce qu'il y a de fou, c'est tout le travail de la broderie. Vous voyez, tous les petits espacements blancs qui entre les motifs beiges, tout a été rebrodé au fil métallique.
C'est facile à travailler?
Ouais, c'est délicat.
C'est délicat?
C'est très délicat. Voilà, tout est accordé, c'est pour ça.
Faut pas qu'ils se bastonnent avec les autres mannequins au défilé. Faut pas qu'ils s'accrochent.
On fait toujours attention qu'ils ne s'accrochent pas, que tout soit bien, qu'ils puissent bouger les bras.
Ici, quand on regarde la poche,
voilà.
Si on soulève la poche, c'est le même motif sur le rabat et sur le dessous de poche.
Tout est raccord.
Tout est raccordé.
La galère.
Voilà, c'est ça qui est intéressant aussi.
I think that's the mastery of a couture house. It shouldn't look like it took 3,000 hours. It should be like in the finesse. That's for me is modernity.
The cape for the masked ball. Monsieur Dior était fou des balles costumées. Casual Dior. The short cargo pants are a reference to a vintage Dior gown.
Le Bermuda avec le plissé derrière, vraiment super beau.
Ça c'est génial, il a réutilisé des robes de Monsieur Dior, il les a réinterprétées sur des silhouettes hommes, silhouettes masculines, c'est très intéressant.
There's 3 dresses I was obsessed by Christian Dior in my life. One is the Delft, which is a dress that is cut like this on the back. And so we applied it to a cargo short, and then we cut it like this on the side.
Il est super intéressant, il a nécessité 16 mètres de tissu. Vous voyez, ça fait des volants comme ça, qui se suivent. Hop, 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 hop. Et dans lesquels on met du fil de pêche pour que ça reste bien en place comme ça. Et c'est ce que Mamadou et Edouard sont en train de faire. À l'intérieur de l'ourlet, voilà, on glisse un fil de pêche très épais.
Oh, mais la galère, vous avez mal au dos ou pas?
Non, ça va.
Ah oui?
Il est habitué, je pense qu'il a dû en faire 4.
Ouais.
Il ne faut pas que ça fasse de fronce et il faut que ça reste bien plat. Comme ça.
Donc tout est contrôlé, quoi. Le drapé est contrôlé, quoi.
C'est ça, exactement.
D'accord.
Exactement.
It's like architecture.
Il y a de l'humour, il y a de la poésie. C'est quelque chose dont on a vraiment besoin dans la mode en ce moment, je trouve. On est dans une période tellement sombre qu'on a envie en fait de retrouver un état d'enfance. C'est se déguiser, c'est s'amuser.
Passage 11. The gilet of a French 18th century dandy. The intellectual, the scientist, the revolutionary. The fabric is silk moiré. Une soie moirée, a super specific technique of silk, the most expensive one, of course.
Moiré in like the most craziest purple.
Une moire de soie.
C'est quoi la moire?
C'est comme un taffetas, mais avec des reliefs. C'est très brillant, chatoyant, et au contact de la lumière, ça change, le motif change. C'est une matière assez fragile à travailler et qui ne peut pas supporter la vapeur, parce que sinon, le motif s'en va.
In a weird way now, when I look at all of them, they kind of look like amazing snooker players. You know, like in Britain, we have snooker, like people who play snooker, pool.
What were your thoughts during the show?
I loved it. So much of Jonathan in it. So I love it. I'm very proud.
The jewels are from Victoire de Castellane, the Dior Haute Joaillerie artistic director since 1997.
All the jewelry in the show is by Victoire.
Bonjour Victoire, vous allez bien?
Loïc, ça va?
When I was at university in London, I remember when Selfridges launched Victoire's jewelry at Selfridges, and I was obsessed. And I always wanted, you know, like the little chain ring that had the diamond on it, and then all the little ladybirds and bugs and all the things. So then I asked her, would she redo that jewelry and the nougat and things like that.
Quels sont les bijoux qu'on voit sur la collection?
Toute la famille Diorette. Et il y a eu quelques petites nouveautés avec des trèfles.
Qu'est-ce que vous avez en commun avec Jonathan Anderson?
Je pense qu'on aime bien les choses ludiques. On aime bien les trucs un peu tordus.
The sweater on the shoulders of the French bourgeois students.
This is completely embroidered. It looks like it's from the 70s. And then in it has these crazy psychedelic buttons, which are like blue and white checkerboard.
A classic polo that becomes une robe de chambre.
It's nearly like Victorians in the 18th century, where they decided that they were going to look at medieval and bring back Gothic revival. So it's about flipping it each time and to make a show that is like one bunch of lads, like one bunch of guys, just like, this is it.
What are you stealing?
Oh, hard question. Honestly, I would steal the sweaters, the pink one. Oh, the slippers, like the hotel slippers, that was so cool.
The other French student. Max Vespa, casual with a sleeveless fleece jacket that screams Zurich and a Charles Baudelaire Fleur du Mal embroidered book tote.
I picked sort of like French titles and Irish titles.
Which one is the Irish title?
Dracula.
Dracula is Irish?
Bram Stoker.
He was Irish, I didn't know.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know when I was younger, I never knew until I walked past a building and it says Bram Stoker lived here.
Okay. Where, in Dublin?
Yeah.
Also the reference.
Oh.
Yes.
Look at that. Look at that. These two. These two.
It's beautiful. It's really, really fun. It's like everything looks like you want to wear it. It's great.
This elaborate bow tie is even more elaborate than you think.
On a fait quelque chose de trop beau, je vais vous montrer. Ce sont des cols. Il y a un renfort à l'intérieur, un crin qu'on peut toucher et qui est recouvert avec un satin en plein biais. Pourquoi? Pour ne faire aucune couture. Tout est appliqué à la main. Regardez ici, là. Rien n'est fait à la machine.
On voit
sauf
que c'est couture,
nœud.
ouais.
Vous voyez?
The high collar and bow tie can be reminiscent of the bottle of Miss Dior perfume and its nœud poignard knot.
Vous n'aviez pas l'expérience de ça, en plus ça c'est une nouveauté pour vous.
Oui, mais justement, c'est ça qui a eu de passionnant, c'est qu'on a fait pas mal de recherches, on a beaucoup d'allers-retours avec le styliste qui a travaillé sur ça, et on a été tellement fiers quand on est allé au bout du truc et que Jonathan a adoré.
I love Jonathan and I'm so impressed with him and I like, it's movingly brilliant. It's amazing.
It feels like you're part of the vision, right?
I would be honored to be considered part of the vision.
Models look like you a lot on the runway.
Thanks, man. I hope so. That would be very flattering.
This is a bar jacket as a coat. The structure inside is a tailoring prowess.
C'est beau, non?
On dirait que c'est thermoformé, mais c'est pas ça du tout.
Non, pas du tout. Il y a un soutien à l'intérieur, tout est dans la construction.
C'est une espèce
de corset qu'il y aurait à l'intérieur. Un corset renforcé. Et il faut
Carrément.
que ça soit maintenu dans chaque couture.
C'est juste la taille. Oui, oui, bien sûr. Par rapport à ça,
Ah, le dur noir sur noir. Oh.
Ça aussi, c'est une nouveauté.
Ah oui, nouveauté, j'ai jamais vu ça encore.
Voilà.
Il y a eu combien d'allers-retours, de va-et-vient pour obtenir
justement, ça, il y en a pas mal. C'est ça. Parfois, il y en a 6.
6, ça va jusqu'à 6
Ouais.
Parce qu'on est en train d'ajuster, quoi.
On est en train d'ajuster et des fois, on n'est pas dans le bon chemin. Donc, on recommence juste à temps d'arriver exactement à ce qu'ils avaient imaginé.
It was incredible. It was incredible, exactly what I thought was going to happen. I am blown away.
His short shorts are silkissime.
There is boxers. It is stripe that has then been worried in the back. Yeah, it's silk.
N'importe quoi.
More bar jackets, the new Dior suit you're about to see on the red carpets and at weddings. The baggy cargo pants are inspired by another vintage Dior gown.
This is a trouser which is completely asymmetrically cut and it is entirely constructed and it goes around to the side. And I like that it's nearly like a kind of Oxford bag trouser, but then at the same time it has this sort of like ethereal attitude somehow.
We've got the pop of color, we've got back the shirt in a way that it's cooler than ever. It was fresh, it was new, and it was very Jonathan.
This is a reproduction of a French jacket of 1720. The sleeve looking like a swoosh for extra comfort.
On avait une pièce historique en exemple qu'on a dû mettre au goût du jour. Et vous voyez ce qu'il y a de sympa sur cette pièce, c'est la manche. La manche qui est très coudée. C'est pas une manche classique, elle est très arrondie comme ça pour faciliter les mouvements à l'époque, je pense, parce qu'ils n'avaient pas les techniques qu'on a maintenant pour faire les vestes et les manches tailleurs.
Ça fait une virgule.
Voilà, comme une virgule, exactement.
Ah ouais, fantastique.
This one literally dates from like 1720, and it's like a summer coat. Like, it's not a military coat, it is decorative, which is what I think is really unusual about it. And I was just like, I want to be that guy. There is an obsession of the idea of that archetype on here, as much as you can have the obsession of reinventing the bar jacket.
The singer Ethel Cain is receptive to the new vision.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was incredible. It was classic, but it was elevated. I don't know. It was stunning. It was very Jonathan.
How did you pick your look? How did you build it?
I love the skirt. I believe it's archival, stunning, classic Dior.
The muguet, it was Monsieur Dior's favorite flower because of good luck.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Well, I feel very lucky today.
I always think when you see people wearing antique clothing, like a musician or an actor, it's always better when it feels as it was. You don't alter the shape. You know, you don't go, we're gonna take this military jacket and we're gonna make it like this. I kind of like that it's just like, these kids found it in Christian Dior's like closet and like of things he liked. He may never have worn them, but he liked them, and then threw it on.
The jacket of the French student of 1968. We have 18th century and 1968 rebels among us. Versailles and La Sorbonne.
Here we have taken the Seagull. I have always been obsessed by this dress. I think a lot of designers have been obsessed by this dress. I think it's one of the greatest dresses in history.
Why?
The way in which it is cut here is that you get these sort of ledges, and then it goes in. It is such a mental dress, and it's in moire. Dior loved moire. He used moire in the stores, on the walls. For me, moire is French. It's like you can't get any more French than moire.
With this sweater, the trekking vibe Jonathan Anderson loves as an outdoor Irishman. Perfect for a weekend at Milly-la-Forêt.
I think the team has done an amazing job. We developed every single fabric right from scratch. Every single button is like completely redesigned. They're some of the greatest designers have worked in Dior. Every single person has contributed to this brand. And when you come in, you have to respect all that, because you've got all these different people who have added in a chapter. So for me, it's about how do you take all that and it is all one thing, you know, and try to work out what fits into the original box. It's going to be a journey.
Spontaneous standing ovation for Jonathan Anderson.
I mean, it's chills. He deserves it. He's a visionary, and everything he do is so original and fresh and new, so excited to see him.
Superb. He's so genius.
Yeah.
And if you want to ask me what time is it now?
It's Jonathan time.
It's Dior time.
Yeah, it's Dior time.
He already has that long vision, just shows what a different breed of creative director he is. And when people are talking about him doing 18 collections a year, blah, 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 you know, some people are made for it, and he's one of them.
I think this is step one.
J'adore.
Cut.
Voilà, this was my Dior report for summer 2026, the men's collection, and the first one by Jonathan Anderson. You can binge on all my videos, subscribe to the channel for a fashion deep dive. Comment I'm moire if you got to the end. Cheers! And if you want to understand Jonathan Anderson's work, you can binge on all my Loic videos.
Faites quoi? Vous faites une poche?
Alors, c'est pour la prochaine collection, il n'y a pas le temps de regarder.
C'est pas vrai. Faites déjà la prochaine collection?
Encore un petit peu.
How are you?
It's an honor to meet you.
How are you? Hi. So many of you guys. Hi. Let's do a picture.
Over here, please. Sorry, please wait there.
Well, you all look fantastic. Yeah, you look great. You wear it very well.
Good to see you.
Yeah, no, we're all doing it. This is the idea. Nice to meet you. I look forward to working with you guys. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting us.